item that I purchased for my parents. It's gotta be, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago now, and they still have it in their front yard. It has lasted year after year after year. Have they ever put it away? No, they just leave it out. Like, it's great. It is weather resistant. It is something that you are going to absolutely enjoy in more than one way. Not only is it an incredibly comfortable bench that 3 people are going to be able to sit on, but when you need a little picnic table, well, if you have 2 of them, you just simply lift it up and convert it like this, and your bench becomes the most comfortable picnic table for you to be able to sit at. Now, this was made available last week. Just April 10th was when we saw that. What day is today? Was that last week? Today's the 17th. It was a week ago. Yeah. I don't know why in my head it was like the 26th. No, it was made 5 days ago that it's been available. And Carrie, 1,000 of them have already been picked up in just the last 5 days alone. The black and gray option that you're gonna see and the brown option that I'm at right now, right? This one here, brand new this season. So this is the first time that you've been able to see them. They're made right here in the United States of America. They are a great price of $159. You can break that up into an easy payment of $31.80. There is a whole bunch that we're gonna dive into, but let me show you your colors first. The one that you see right here that I have as a picnic table right now, that is the brand new brown color that is available. And there's only 300 left of that one, and that's it. And that's our most popular one so far. Well, don't wait on the brown. Over here, this one is the gray, and it's the platinum gray is how you're gonna order this. I love the wood grain that's on here in this gray color. I think it looks so, so nice. Then we're gonna take a walk over here. This is the one that I have for my parents, the classic white. And 315 remain in this white bench here. If you would also like to bring it home in a new color, there's a new one that we have available this season, and it's over here. It is called the black and gray. So this black gray is super, super nice. I love the black edge on this. And then over here, this one is the Adobe. And the Adobe has 140 that remain. So do not wait on the Adobe because that one is very, very limited. I'm not gonna be spending this hour alone. I'm very excited that I guess I would say fellow HOA you're vice president.
Well, I just retired. Was the president.
Oh, you were former.
Yeah,
My gosh, well, Mr. Vice President, it's so nice to see you.
Good to see you as well, Justin.
We were just chatting in the break here about how we both were involved in our homeowners associations.
Listen, your community is everything to us, right?
Totally.
And I love being a part of that, and especially just little ways around your house. We all take pride in ownership, and the converter bench is a perfect item to feel proud about. Something you put outside. It looks great, like you mentioned, 8 years down the line, and that's one of the great things we love about it.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about the front yard of the house that I grew up in.
What are we doing standing here? Come on.
Why are we standing? Right? We have a bench. Let's sit down and chat.
Yeah.
The house that I grew up in, my dad and my mom, they would have every single year for Halloween a big Halloween party.
Love that.
And the whole neighborhood came out to it. Everybody did. And there was a campfire that was right in the front. And what was right there in front of the tree for the last 8 years? Converter bench.
Perfect.
Because I picked it up for them when I started early in my career here at QVC.
Yeah.
And the same converter bench is there all the time. Yeah. Now, every time that I've come home, especially in the summertime, my mom was always, if I was getting home around lunchtime, my mom was in the front, sitting at the converter bench.
Isn't it great?
Having lunch.
Yeah.
Because she would lift it up where it was in the table format. And then as we were like there hanging out, she would convert it back and then it would be in the chair. They still have it in the front yard today. They still use it to this day.
I love that. And we hear from so many customers who have had this converter bench and absolutely loved it. And we're going to show it a bunch of different ways today. And you're probably going to think to yourself, that spot you were just talking about. I've got that one spot where this bench is going to be perfect. But I can promise you, because it's only 34 pounds, you're going to be moving this from place to place all around the house. So
that's it, 34 pounds?
You mentioned that this is going to be something that is, you're able to use as that one spot. But how about company coming over? You need to move this inside, outside, around the fire pit, you can get it. And Justin, what you showed right there, that is the real true innovation. So I'll back up, and 15 years ago, Brent and his wife, it was early 2000s, almost 16 years ago, Brent and his wife had a picnic table on their property out in Utah. And they loved the picnic table, but they didn't like the location. And at hundreds of pounds, they couldn't move it. Then they had to start staining it, and the kids, they have 5 kids, started getting splinters. And they said, there has to be a better way. Well, they came up with this design. I think it was Rob and his wife who actually came up with it, and it was a journey from there. But this has grown into a family-owned company that said, hey, we want the benefits of a picnic table, but we want the comfort of a bench, and now you finally have them both. So this is built incredibly well. It's got a resin vinyl on here. It's engineered like a bridge. They went through like 7 patents on this. So it's grown from there, almost 20 years ago, to a huge success, and still a company made right here in the U.S.
Can I tell you how much picnic table envy I have right now?
Right?
I, 2 summers ago, bought a picnic table.
Sure.
That I just bought it online. I was like, oh, it's great. It's going to get shipped to my door. I had to assemble it. It took 3 hours maybe to do it.
We're going to show you the assembly through this hour.
The picnic table didn't even last a season.
Well,
now, it's still there right now. On my to-do list, my days off for tomorrow and Thursday, as I'm going to be doing some spring cleaning around my house. One of the to-dos is to throw it away. Well, and the reason is because last year, it probably should have been stained, and I didn't stain it. It was all chipped. We had people over. I was so embarrassed when we grilled burgers. We went to the picnic bench, and it was bending in half. We had to end up going upstairs and inside instead.
We've been there.
I can't believe what a waste of my money it was on that.
And time, right? But the best thing here is, like you mentioned, this time of year especially, pollen's in the air, right? Falling down. Think about your outdoor furniture right now. Is it underneath the cover? Do you have cushions? Do you have to worry about the weather and whether or not it's going to rain? This is an outdoor piece of furniture that is incredibly lightweight but strong. This is going to hold 1,400 pounds. I promise you. You won't.
Seriously?
You won't load 1,400 pounds on here.
One of them, though, right?
The bench is going to hold 1,400 pounds. So, I mean, we're talking substantial amount of weight. But what that means for you is just that this is comfortable. This is well built. This is quality. And so often, Justin, we talk about, needing that extra seating. But for me, if it's bird droppings, if it's pollen, I wipe this down with a microfiber cloth, and we're out here all the time. But it wouldn't work if it wasn't comfortable. And you notice that you have some flex, you have some give. I'm about 6'1", can relax out on this.
I'm also about 6'1".
Perfect, yeah, look at us. And this is just a really, really comfortable piece of furniture that always looks great.
Well, let me ask you something. Have you seen me get up in the last 8 minutes?
Yeah, exactly.
No. And there's a reason for it. Because this is super comfortable. Now, I guess I should get up because I do want to know about the assembly. Like, this all looks good. But I do feel like, Nick, there's got to be a catch here. It's got to be annoying to assemble.
No, I can promise you guys. And first off, at 34 pounds, that means it's shipping to you in about 34 pounds. There's going to be a total of 4 screws and 2 pins. Takes about 10 minutes and is built to last a lifetime. And later on in the presentation, we're going to show you that. But this right here, Justin, the half picnic table, this is really the hero in itself, because so often you think about, hey, we need that space. So is this...
We can both fit in it,
You and I, please, and another. We're working outside on the computer, reading a book. If you're, for me, it's the kids. If there's a messy activity, whether it's gardening or just gardening for me, arts and crafts, this is the surface that I do it on. Because of that vinyl resin material, this wipes completely clean. And I was actually talking to the owner of the company earlier today, and he said that one of their biggest customers is elementary schools. For that same reason.
Makes perfect sense.
Putting arts and crafts, anything on this, you can power wash it, you can wipe it down. It's not going to stain, and you don't have to sand it and stain all over again.
As we're talking about our HOAs, I'm sitting here thinking, wow, how good would this be on the soccer field that we have?
Perfect, yeah.
Where it can convert and families can go ahead and put them together and use as little picnic benches.
That's right.
To be able to have this so that 3 people can sit here and be able to watch the soccer game or the lacrosse game. Maybe you're somebody who has a big backyard. Do you have a fire pit? We had one growing up.
Nice.
Where you would build a real fire and it was amazing. I have a fire pit on my deck. I have a little plastic bench on my deck. Nancy Yoon was over.
Oh, great.
And she was laying down and like had her legs up on the bench, and she like it was so hard for her to be able to fit onto that little bench, and I had to get a pillow so that she could like lay her head and rest on it. Instead, this 3 of us could be able to sit on.
Easily.
And the bench that I have, it already got a crack in it.
Uh-huh.
And it was just like a cheap little plastic bench that I
Sure.
ended up getting. Again, I wasted my money with it. When you're purchasing a converted bench, you're purchasing something that, number one, it's made right here in the United States of America.
That's right.
You're purchasing a bench that converts. If you get 2 of them, you can turn it into a picnic table, but you still have that table experience.
Yes.
Because it converts from a bench to a table, which is perfect for when you want to do your work outside because it's a gorgeous, beautiful day and you just cannot be cooped up inside anymore. There's room for your laptop. There's room for a notebook. There's room for a friend.
Yeah.
You could have everything all right here.
That's right.
When you want to have lunch outside, when you want to be able to have your dog sitting right here, you can do all of that.
You can.
But then when you want to have the bench setting, well, then
perfect.
you go right here and you have a seat. Now, the brown that you see right here, this one, Carrie, this is super popular, right?
Brand new.
There's only 275 left now. We had 300 like 8 minutes ago, and now there's 275 left in here.
That's right.
And I just did this the other day with Roberta's where I literally ran off the set to get my phone to order it. I'm getting a little bit nervous that this is gonna go because we don't have a converted bench at our house. And in the last 11 minutes, I've already sold myself on
There you
it.
go.
I'm already like, okay, this, and you know what? Carrie, who's producing the show,
Perfect.
is also buying it as well. The brown is going very quickly. Do not hesitate and wait on this. I will need to grab my phone to text Nick to tell him to chime in to see which color we need at home. Just saying. Over here, we have the gray. Now, this gray that we have, it's called the platinum gray. I think this one is super nice. If you are somebody who has maybe this on your flooring in your kitchen, I know this is a super popular vinyl color for kitchens, and you have a deck that you're gonna walk out to. I love the idea of being able to match this to the flooring that you have on the inside. Plus, this is a color that you're gonna see on a lot of decks. Or if you maybe have like a white, or rather like a white wood on the bottom or something that's a little bit lighter and you want it to pop, this would be fantastic. Speaking of the color white, right over here, we've got the white bench that's available.
Classic white. And listen, white picket fence, if you have any of those things, looks great. But the fear is, well, it's not going to look that great forever. I promise you guys, customers for over 10 years have been calling in saying this white is going to look just as good 10 years down the line.
Because you can just hose it down.
That's right.
Like if there's a bird that does its business here, you just take your fireman's hose from Roxanne De Palma and you just knock it right off.
That's right.
And then that's gone, gone. Great, love it. Okay, there's another white that's new now. And the white that's new has black on the side of it, and I think this is so sleek and incredible. We forgot to fill this up with a margarita. Oh no, we have all the fixing. We just don't have the drink. This one is called black gray. Sorry, so it's not, it does, I will tell you in person, it definitely looks a little bit white. There's gray hues throughout it.
So it's mimicking a birchwood, right? So think modern farmhouse look. The black end caps on here just really changes the way that it looks. But again, the wood striation in there, going for that white, just gives so much detail. It almost feels textured, but it's perfectly smooth, or it looks textured, but it's perfectly smooth. Really, really nice option there.
And then we have one more that's over in the corner. I think that we're going to show it to you on QVC.com.
Great.
Yep, so this one here, this is called Adobe, and we have 125 that remain. Now look, I'm giving you updates. You're hearing these numbers. I'm going to tell you a couple things here. First of all, this launched 5 days ago. Well over 1,000 were already ordered in the last 5 days. This is popular. The colors that we have available, we have all of them that are free right now. They are going. And as they are going here, you're gonna lose your chance of being able to pick up on them. $159. Your easy pay is $31.80. The shipping and handling on this should be $30.12. It's under 10 today.
It's incredible.
That's phenomenal to be able to get that shipping and handling at that price. Your item number here is M133551. The converted bench is the first thing that people see when they pull into my parents' house.
Yeah.
They absolutely, if they're spending the weekend, end up sitting on it at a certain point. And I would place a bet that many of them order it on their way out because of how comfortable it is.
It really is. And a couple things here. So what we're talking about is the Designer XL version. So this is why it's new.
Oh, okay.
And what's so cool here is they've made the back of the bench 20% larger. So this is going to be really big, substantial. As you can see there, goes up to your shoulders. You can really lean back into it.
Yeah.
Well, in doing that, you turn that to the table, and now you have 20% more surface area up on top. Additionally to that, again, I keep hinging it back and forth, that innovative design, you have curved armrests here.
They're
so this
also
is that
super
designer
comfortable.
series, isn't it? And the big thing here is like this trestle. It's almost like engineered like a bridge. That's what's giving you all of that great weight.
It looks like a park bench.
I love this. And having them too like this, Justin, check this out. Now you can actually, if you sit there.
Oh yeah, sure. So
Now
like
look at this. This is how my wife and I would often use it, because now